Ever been trapped by a question that felt like a weapon? Not a question seeking truth, but a question designed to corner you. Picture this. You're in a meeting. Your boss suddenly asks, in front of everyone, "Are you sure this mistake isn't yours?" Your heart sinks. If you say yes, you admit guilt. If you say no, you sound defensive, even dishonest. Either way, you lose. And just like that, control slips from your hands. All it took was one sentence. What really happened here? That wasn't an innocent question. It was a trap designed to manipulate your response, to frame you. And unless you know how to defend yourself, you risk losing your freedom, your peace, even your integrity. But here's the good news. There is a way out. A timeless path that Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus once walked. A path I call Stoic defense. Through Stoic defense, you'll learn not just to recognize deceptive questions, but to deflect them with calm, clarity, and unshakable power. Stay with me until the end of this video, and you'll leave with tools to guard your mind in every conversation. I'm Jason, and this is the Stoic Habit. If you feel this is the journey you need, hit subscribe, where each week we train the mind to become untouchable. Now let's step into the battlefield of words and build your Stoic defense. Part 1. The silent invasion, the hidden trap of deceptive questions. Most people believe that manipulative questions only exist in politics or courtrooms. But the truth is, they are everywhere. At work, a colleague leans over and says, "Don't you think my project is better than yours?" It sounds harmless, but the trap is already set. If you agree, you minimize your own effort. If you disagree, you look arrogant. On social media, someone comments, "So you don't care about the environment?" No matter what you reply, you're already painted in a corner. Even inside your own home, a loved one might say, "If you really loved me, you'd do this for me, wouldn't you?" One sentence and suddenly your love is on trial. Do you see the pattern? These questions are not searching for truth. They are forcing you to play by someone else's rules. And what is the cost of stepping into their game? You lose your peace of mind. You drown in stress. You make choices you regret. And worst of all, you begin to damage relationships, all because you accepted a false assumption hidden inside a question. Seneca once wrote, "We are not hurt by the truth itself, but by the way others twist it against us." That warning is still alive today. Every manipulative question is a test, not of your knowledge, not of your quick wit, but of your awareness. Will you notice the trap before you walk into it? Think carefully, because the more you ignore these subtle invasions, the more they shape your life. You become reactive instead of intentional, defensive instead of calm. And each time you give away your composure, you give away your power. Here is the cliffhanger. If you don't learn to recognize these traps, one day your very trust, your willingness to believe others, will be turned into a weapon that binds you. And that is why Stoic defense matters. Because once you master it, no question can enslave you. Part 2. Your Stoic armor, spotting the traps of deception. Every deceptive question hides a weapon, and unless you can see it clearly, you've already lost. Let's break down the 3 deadliest traps. Trap number 1. The loaded question. This is the question with a built-in accusation. Imagine someone asks you, "Have you stopped being lazy yet?" If you answer yes, you admit you were lazy. If you answer no, you admit you still are. Either way, you've been branded with a label that isn't yours. This is not conversation. This is entrapment. Trap number 2, the assumption-based question. It looks innocent, but it hides poison. When you fail next time, what will you do? The moment you reply, you've already agreed with the hidden assumption that you are destined to fail. Your words have been hijacked before they even leave your mouth. Trap number 3, The leading question. It pushes you down a path that was never yours. Everyone agrees this plan won't work, don't they? If you nod, you've surrendered to the crowd. If you resist, you become the outsider. Either way, you've been forced into a corner you never chose. And here's the dangerous truth. These traps don't just live in boardrooms or debates. They show up in friendships, in families, even in your own inner dialogue. Seneca once mocked those who twist language into clever games. He said, "They turn the serious problems of life into puzzles of logic while never learning how to live." That was his warning, and it is still ours today. Because these questions aren't seeking truth. They are seeking control. The person asking isn't interested in clarity. They are interested in power. And if you cannot see the trap, you will hand them that power. But awareness is only the first step. Recognition gives you vision. But vision alone does not set you free. The question remains, how do you break free of the trap without losing your calm, without losing your dignity, without losing yourself? That is where Stoic defense begins to reveal its true strength. Part 3. The art of the deflect, turning the trap back. Awareness is power. But awareness alone is not enough. Once you see the trap, you must know how to step aside without losing your balance. This is the art of the deflect. Strategy 1. The Socratic reverse. The ancient philosopher Socrates mastered this art, responding to questions not with answers, but with better questions. When someone demands, "Are you sure this mistake isn't yours?" you calmly reply, "Which mistake are you referring to?" In that moment, you shift the weight of the conversation. You are no longer cornered. You are in command. Strategy 2. The power of silence. Epictetus reminded his students, "Not every question deserves an answer." Silence is not weakness. It is discipline. When someone tries to drag you into their narrative, your refusal to respond is not surrender. It is strength, because silence makes the other person confront their own words. And often, silence cuts deeper than argument ever could. Strategy 3. The unaskable. Some questions are not worth answering because they are built on lies. When someone says, "What will you do when you fail again?" you deflect by naming the trick. "I don't accept the assumption that I will fail." The trap collapses. And the one who tried to control you now stands exposed. A lesson from Marcus Aurelius. In a heated debate, he was once pressed about military defeats. Instead of defending himself, instead of justifying every action, he simply said, "I am concerned only with mastering myself." And the entire room fell silent. Because true authority does not explain itself. It radiates calm certainty. These techniques, questioning, silence, refusal, are not mere tactics. They are shields of the Stoic defense. They remind us that control is never in the words of others, but in our choice to respond or not respond at all. And yet, there is still a greater enemy, one far more dangerous than any clever question. It is not the voice of another person. It is the storm within your own chest. Because no matter how skilled you are at deflecting words, if you cannot master your emotions, you remain vulnerable. Part 4. Maintaining inner peace, the inner fortress. You can learn to see the traps. You can master the art of deflecting them. But none of it matters if you lose your inner calm. This is where the Stoics practiced what they called negative visualization. Imagine the worst before it happens. Tell yourself, "Tomorrow, someone may try to trap me with their words." When it comes, you are not surprised. You are prepared. And preparation is freedom. Because the truth is this: you cannot control the questions people ask. You cannot silence every manipulator. But you can control one thing: your response. Do not rush. Do not explode in anger. Do not let their question define you. Seneca wrote, "The strong person is the one who cannot be shaken by words." Words only cut you when you hand them the blade. Without your permission, words are nothing but sound in the air. Think of the Roman soldier. Before battle, he imagines defeat. He imagines wounds. He even imagines death. Why? Because by facing it in the mind, he strips fear of its power. So when the real battle comes, his spirit is unshaken. He walks into chaos with calm eyes. And you, when you practice this same discipline, you no longer fear the manipulative question. You no longer freeze or stumble, because you have already faced it. You have already seen it, and it cannot rule you anymore. This is the heart of Stoic defense. Your greatest shield is not clever words. It is not debate. It is emotional fortitude, the unmovable center. But here's the challenge. It's one thing to feel calm once. It's another to live calm every day. So the question becomes, how do you turn this inner peace into a permanent habit? How do you build a mind so steady that no trick, no question, no storm of words can ever shake it again? Part 5. Your deception-proof future, living beyond the traps. The Stoics never left wisdom in theory. They turned it into practice. And so must you. Here is your first exercise. Each week, write down 3 deceptive questions you encounter. It could be at work. It could be online. It could even come from someone close to you. Awareness begins with recognition. Second, respond the Stoic way. Craft answers that protect your peace. Sometimes that answer is silence. Sometimes it's a clarifying question. Sometimes it's rejecting the false premise altogether. This is how you train your defense. Third, build your library of responses. Keep a small collection of phrases you can call on instantly. Can you be more specific? I don't accept that assumption. Or simply, silence. The more you practice, the sharper your mind becomes. You develop critical thinking. You project calm authority. People will sense it. And those who once tried to manipulate you will think twice before testing your boundaries again. Because the ultimate reward is not just clever replies. It is a life of freedom. A life where you no longer need to argue to prove yourself. Where your peace of mind cannot be stolen. Seneca once said, "The arrows of fate fall harmlessly, like hail upon a roof." That is what Stoic defense gives you. Every toxic question, every hidden trap, every attempt at control will break upon you and vanish, leaving only what was always yours: clarity, strength, and freedom. Conclusion. If this message gave you clarity, share it with someone who needs strength today. And if you're ready to keep training your mind to be calm, unshakable, and free, subscribe to the Stoic Habit. This isn't just another video. It's part of a lifelong discipline, a daily practice of building resilience. Every lesson is a step toward the inner fortress no one can breach. So join the journey, stand firm with us, and claim your Stoic defense.